Good morning, afternoon, or evening and welcome to the Morphneo channel, where regular and crypto games meet. In this video I am talking about the story of earning my first 700 Trilium in Alien Worlds play-to-earn game. I am going to tell you when I started, how many times I mined, where I mined, which tools I used, the result of the mining, what is needed to mine. Also, I am going to show you the statistics based on true data, hoping it will give you a detailed insight of the game, and give you more information to decide whether you want to play this game. This video is a sort of update to my earlier video in which I showed how I mined my first 300 Trilium, so if you have seen that one there will be not much new for you in this video, save for some news and new statistics. The earlier video's link you can find in the description below. Before we start, I must declare a short disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. Everything in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes. Always do your own research before making any investment decision. Now that is all cleared up, let us dive in. First of all, what is Alien Worlds? I have prepared a detailed tutorial video on Alien Worlds, the link of which you can find in the description below. So just very shortly, Alien Worlds is currently mainly a clicker game where by clicking on the mine button every few minutes you can earn Trilium. Trilium is the game token or currency within Alien Worlds. There are many things that you can do with the Trilium you mined, one of which is that you can use it to go on missions within the game to earn more Trilium, or you can buy better tools to mine Trilium more efficiently. Being a play-to-earn game, you can sell your Trilium for other cryptocurrencies or even for stable coins like USDT, which you can convert into fiat money like USD on several exchanges. This is just awesome, isn't it? This video will have two parts. In the first part I'll talk a little about the changes that have happened in Alien Worlds in the past year or so. In the second part I'll show you the statistics of how I mined my first 700 Trilium. If you are interested only in the statistics, you can skip the first part and go to the next one immediately. Alright, let us get started. Changes in the mining process. In the past, the mining process had 3 steps. Step 1, click on the mine button. Step 2, click claim mine. Step 3, approve transaction. This has changed in that now you can accumulate your mining and claim the accumulated results whenever you wish to. I prepared a video how this looks like in practice, the link of which you can find in the description below. This change can be viewed beneficial if you want to accumulate mining and claim the results, say, once a day. However, this way you will lose the statistics of each individual mine, but you will need less wax deposited to CPU. For me, this is not beneficial at all because I need the statistics of each individual mine, and in the new system I have to click 6 or 7 times instead of 3 to get the same result as in the previous system. All in all, this new development can be seen beneficial or detrimental depending on how you want to play this game. Galactic Hub's grants. Galactic Hub's grant applications came to life May 2022. This means that you can participate in development in certain areas of the game if you have the skills. The second grant program was launched about a month ago. This program provides funding for projects that promote the growth and development of the Alien Worlds ecosystem. If you have a project that would benefit from further support and that will benefit the Alien Worlds communities, they encourage you to apply for a grant. Development grant programs offer up to 500,000 TLM, which is approximately $10,000 at current market rate. Pioneer grant programs offer over 500,000 TLM. You can find further details on alienworlds.medium.com. NFTs in Alien Worlds. NFTs are back in Alien Worlds with a new NFT point system. Just very shortly, in the new system, if you mine with a tool that has NFT power, you get NFT points that you can redeem for NFTs. Again, I have prepared a detailed video about this, the link of which you can find in the description below. Syndicates. After over a year and a half of research, development, and demanding work, the planetary DAOs are open for explorers to run as candidates and vote. They call the DAOs within Alien Worlds syndicates. DAOs are decentralized autonomous organizations aimed at governing the game development, etc. There are proposals, elections, custodians, treasury management, etc. Custodians are responsible for proposal execution and management. Syndicates are now live in Alien Worlds, so it will be interesting to see how the democratization of the game will work out in practice. Battledome. Battledome is a free-to-play, strategic space combat NFT card game set in the Alien Worlds metaverse. Battledome is a creative project by enthusiasts in the Alien Worlds metaverse. It was developed by Alex and TR0N from RestaCK.ai, thanks to a pioneer grant from the Alien Worlds Galactic Hubs Foundation. Anyone with a Wax Cloud wallet and 3 Alien Worlds NFTs can play. There are 3 NFT categories: avatars, minions, and weapons. You need one of each. Each game has a winner, who is credited with a win on the leaderboard. The players with the most wins each month compete for the top rankings in the leaderboard. The top players in the leaderboard at the end of each month receive rewards. There are 3 tiers of rewards: gold, silver, and bronze. Gold rewards are the very best, and may include NFTs, Trilium, boosts. So, Battledome is another way of play this game and earn NFTs or Trilium. All in all, it seems that Alien Worlds is continuously being developed, and one of the core concepts of crypto gaming is being brought to life through the DAOs called syndicates. This shows that this game is not abandoned like many others in the crypto space, and this is very good news. I personally have not been involved in any of the new developments and was just mining Trilium on a regular basis, and in the next part of the video I can show you the results of my mining. It is worth noting, however, that there is a lot more now in the game than just mining, so feel free to experience beyond mining. Alright, let's start the second part of this video and let's see the mining tools and results. Which tools did I use to mine Trilium? At the beginning of the game, everybody gets a free standard shovel to start mining with. In the first few days I mined with 1 standard shovel. When I mined enough Trilium, I purchased another standard shovel, and soon enough I bought a third one. Standard shovels are ridiculously cheap, so you can quickly buy them from the Trilium that you mined. To be more precise, the Trilium must be exchanged for a wax to buy further tools, but this is not the topic of this video. It was very important for me to receive a standard shovel for free, because I did not want to heavily invest into the game and buy NFT tools to start mining. Please note that you can mine with a maximum of 3 tools at the same time. I have prepared a tutorial video, the link of which you can find in the description below, on how to buy a standard shovel, or basically any other tool. But I did not stop here. I continued mining, and from the proceeds I purchased other tools like a standard drill and 3 exo gloves. Which planets did I mine on? In Alien Worlds, there are 6 planets you can choose from for mining. It seems logical to mine on the planet that has the biggest mining pool. Up until about April 2022, there were 2 great sites showing real-time mining pool data. Unfortunately, currently neither site is working. So, for the time being, you can see the mining pool and fill rate only on play.alienworlds.io website. You just switch planets, and you can see the current mining pot and fill rate. Based on this, it seems that it is still planet Neri the best place to mine on, as it has the highest mining pot and fill rate. I was mining on Neri most of the time. But I also experimented other planets as well, and based on the data that I gathered from my mining, I could not find any significant difference between the planets. To show you the statistics of mining with different toolsets on different lands and planets, I've prepared dozens of videos which you can reach and watch on my YouTube channel. Which lands did I mine on? In Alien Worlds, there are 20 land types you can choose from for mining. I use this website to find the ideal land to mine. On alienworlds.tools website, you can select your desired land type and up to 3 tools to mine with, and you can see detailed statistics of charge time, mining power, NFT power or NFT luck, which is the same thing, and POW reduction. Moreover, you can compare your build in all lands with the click of a button, which I find extremely useful. For me, the most useful statistics was the TLM per minute figure. This shows how much Trilium can be mined on a given land per minute. I wanted to mine frequently and the most Trilium possible, so I usually chose the land with the highest figure in this field. But of course, depending on individual circumstances, other preferences can occur as well. Alright, now let us see the statistics. First, please have a look at my table with the mining results. You will see here the date of mining, the Trilium mined, approximate USD value of the Trilium mined at current market price, how many times I mined that day, average Trilium mined per successful mining, the tools I used, the land I mined on, the charge time of my tool set, or how frequently I was given the opportunity to mine, the amount of wax I staked to CPU, my CPU usage when I stopped mining for the day, my CPU percentage, average Trilium mined per hour, minimum mining time required. This is the minimum time you must spend on the game if all mining attempts are successful, which is usually not the case. You can see here my most successful days. I wish all were the same. Unfortunately, these are only outliers in the dataset, the average will be much lower. Now let us have a look at the summary of the data. You can see the number of days I mined, the number of successful minings, the average Trilium per mine, the average Trilium per hour, and the total Trilium mined in the cases of the different toolsets I used for mining. These were the toolsets that I used. 1 standard shovel, 2 standard shovels, 3 standard shovels, 1 exogloves, 2 exogloves, 3 exogloves, 1 standard shovel plus 2 exogloves, 1 standard drill, 1 standard drill plus 2 standard shovels, 1 standard drill plus 1 exogloves, 1 standard drill plus 2 exogloves. Moreover, you can see how many times I mined in total, my lowest amount of Trilium mined with a single mining, and my highest amount of Trilium mined with a single mining, and this is my average Trilium mined per mining. I think the best way to measure efficiency if we compare the average TLM per hour numbers. It is because different tool sets and lands have different metrics like mining power, cooling time, etc. So, in order to compare them we need to find a common ground, and the TLM per hour number is an excellent candidate for that. So, what is the main takeaway? The main takeaway, and probably the most important metrics, is that after 280 mining days, not calendar days, because I was not mining every day, I mined about 700 Trilium, which is worth about $14 at the time of recording with a USD per TLM exchange rate of 0.02. I repeat for consideration, 280 mining days and $14 worth of TLM. Please note the following. 1. The game is being developed, so these statistics may be quite different in the future. 2. The USD value of TLM depends on the market price, which can heavily fluctuate. 3. I have experienced extreme differences in the lowest and highest mining results. 4. There were a lot of occasions when my CPU percentage was well below 100% or even below 10% and still I couldn't mine and received error messages. But these error messages seem to be less frequent recently. Due to some development work perhaps. 5. This game is said to be free, and it is true that you can start it without any investment, but soon enough you will run out of resources and you will not be able to mine. To continue mining you will need to invest into 3 resources, RAM, CPU, and net. What these exactly are is not the topic of this video. In my experience you will need to buy RAM for 5 to 10 wax, you will need to stake to net 1 wax, and you will need to stake to CPU at least 100 wax if you want to see each individual mining result. I staked much more to CPU in order I can mine regularly and continuously. Please note that any investment into these resources are reversible, so they can rather be thought of as loans as opposed to expenses that are gone forever. 6. Whenever I had any technical difficulties or something was not working properly I could contact the Alien Worlds team through chat or email, and they were always very helpful, solved the problems and were quick in doing so. I experienced a far better customer support than most well-established companies can offer. Summary. To sum it up as short as possible, I played around 280 days and made about $14. Please note, however, that I was only focusing on mining TLM. I did not pay any attention to earning NFTs. If you can earn NFTs as well, you may have better results. I prepared a video on how the new NFT system works in Alien Worlds, the link of which you can find in the description below. Also, I have not gone on missions or participated in Battle Dome. Please also note that all these results are so-called unrealized results in US dollar terms, as I have not exchanged any Trilium to US dollar yet. So if the price of Trilium goes up in the future, my Trilium will be worth more US dollars. If however the price of Trilium goes down and stays there forever, or even worse, Trilium goes to zero, then obviously I did not earn anything. How do I see this game after this experience? The game in its current form is mainly a clicker game. I think it is a very big advantage that you do not need any skills to play it. If you are working with a computer the entire day anyway and you are willing to click a button a few times every few minutes, then this might be a game for you. Does it worth it? This of course depends on your circumstances, and this decision must be made by you. Please note, however, that I was mining with standard shovels and other very cheap tools. These tools have extremely limited mining power, so the results should be assessed in this light. If you want, you can invest into buying more powerful tools right from the beginning, but this is your choice again. As a final word, I came to the conclusion that if you start this game for free, it will be a very, very long process to climb the ladder. If, however, you invest into the game and buy expensive NFTs, you are running huge risks and you may find yourself in the situation where instead of making money, you suffer losses. No financial advice of course, but really who knows what the value of Wax, TLM, and all the Alien Worlds NFTs will be in the future. What are my future plans? For the time being, I am planning to follow a cautious approach and I do not intend to invest into the game, but I am planning to reinvest into the game that I have already earned. Therefore, I am planning to mine more Trilium, and as soon as I have enough, I will buy a better tool and continue mining. I will make videos on my future purchases, mining, missions, and I will show you the statistics, so stay tuned. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.